Yesterday's tip of the day, I talked about flies, very effective exercise for the pecs. Today I want to talk about doing flies with shoulder injuries. Now I get a lot of questions from people on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, asking about their shoulder injury, and it hurts when they do flies. What should they do as an alternative exercise? Well, look, I can't give you medical advice online simply because I can't really see you, and each person is an individual. The way that they react to an injury, even if it's the same injury, it's going to be different. So you need to find exercises that work for you. Now with the fly, if you can't do normal flies the way that I described yesterday, doing them, you're going to start in the hands above your chest, slight bend in your elbows. You're going to bring it nice and slow and controlled down at your sides, slow as you can. Hands about parallel with your shoulders, and then bring it back up, focusing on using those pecs to pull the arms together. If that's bothering your shoulder, instead of just giving up on flies, try an alternative. Now, I can't tell you what that alternative is. It's going to depend on your own biomechanics. So try different variations of the fly. Try turning your palms. Simply try turning your palms different degrees, and this is called supination. Turning it in, and try doing them with the palms slightly supinated. You can try like a 45-degree, see if that works. You can try almost a full supination, see if that helps. Or you can even go the other way, what's called pronation, and bring the hands into more of a barbell press position to doing your flies in this manner. Or you can change, like I said, the elbow. Now I warned you guys about not sort of really bending your elbows when you're doing flies, because those aren't flies and those are presses, but you can do what's sort of a modified fly press if you have shoulder injuries. This just allows you to get some help from the elbow joint, from your tricep. So instead of putting it all on the shoulders, the more bend you allow in your elbows, the more help you're going to get from those triceps. Now, that's going to remove some of the resistance on the pecs, but it's going to allow you to still do a modified version of, so like I said, try different variations, turning your hands, bending the elbow. Maybe you don't go down as low, you can't come up as high. Figure out where you're feeling the pain and avoid that movement or that range of motion in the movement. And then if you just can't find a variation that works, try doing them with cables. Try cable crossovers instead, and if not, just stick with extra dumbbell presses or barbell presses, whatever's not bothering your shoulder injury. So that's really how you sort of modify the fly. If you do have a shoulder injury, like I said, depending on the injury, you really need to experiment on yourself and try different movement patterns for that exercise. And this is the same for any other exercise as well, whether it's curls, whether it's the bench press, whether it's the squat. If you have an injury and you're going to try to train through that injury, you're going to have to modify your training. Find out what movements bother that injury and avoid, like I said, either that exercise or avoid that range of motion or that variation of that exercise that causes the pain. Trying to find a variation or a different exercise that doesn't cause pain, but still focuses on that target muscle. So, hope you guys are enjoying these tips. And as always, stay gym army strong.